I think, you know, the buzzword and the thing that everyone's talking about is AI, and yes, it's very interesting, and there's lots of hype around AI, and really, I think we need to step back and kind of recognize what that is. It's, on the most part, it's generative AI in terms of, we're generating content or copy or wording or responses to questions or what have you. You know, everyone's looking at AI saying, "Oh, AI, it's all new and blah." We've been using AI for years. We just haven't called it AI. So I think there's probably some clever marketing there. But we've been using satellite navigation for best part of more than a decade. There wasn't this big kind of, oh, what's going on AI conversation there, but some of the tools that are being created to generate content, they're very compelling and very interesting. I think everyone's using AI or talking about using AI to make their jobs easier at the moment, in terms of writing an assessment. Give me 10 questions to validate these skills or whatever, and we can get this information generated pretty quickly, and it's pretty on point. I think we need to think in a broader sense how potentially we want to interact with AI for things like teaching or training people how to do something. We're probably already at a point where we could give AI a book, and then you can ask AI questions about that book or that knowledge set, subset of knowledge, and actually get reasonably good responses from that. And from a teaching perspective, that's quite a scary concept, I guess. If I was a teacher or an assessor, a trainer and assessor, I definitely feel quite threatened about that. I think we need to think carefully about how we want to best use that technology and how we see it changing the way people learn and how we see it changing outcomes in terms of skill and capability. And without careful consideration, I think we could be running down a pathway pretty quickly without realizing the true implications of that. It's certainly a very interesting and exciting time, but yeah, at the same time, we need to think very carefully about how that's going to affect the broader community, jobs for different people in different spaces. And also, we've seen a massive shift in learner outcomes and engagement just as a function of the shift to remote learning that we saw through COVID. It's easy to undervalue the importance of the social aspect of teaching in a classroom. For example, when kids go to school, you make relationships that you form strong bonds through, and people that you went to school with, you tend to have as friends for life. If we change learning to learning through AI and have a bigger emphasis on kind of remote learning, there's potentially a huge social impact that could really change values and behaviors and the way people kind of interact in broader society. So it's a melting pot of ideas and experiments at the moment. I think it will be interesting to see where good solutions or good outcomes come from. But I don't think anyone truly knows the answer at the moment, and there's just a lot of tests and trials and errors of different methods and practices that will hopefully form some really robust outcomes in the future.